There was a process a handful of years ago where the state was trying, under a different set of service principles, to get information from individuals about quality of life. In other settings outside of guardianship, in other service programs, we oftentimes use phrases like individual plans or person-centered planning or person-centeredness to reflect our desire to focus on the individual and to give the individual voice, to focus on what's important to that person in the structure of the services and programs designed to meet that person's needs and to support that person, and not on the person's support network. The person might have a support network, and that's legitimate. But when we're asking questions about what's important to the person, we should ask the person themselves and not the guardian, not the family member, not the case manager. And so there was a process a handful of years ago where the state wanted to get information about quality of life, and they also wanted to get information specifically about sub-minimum wage work and employment opportunities. And the structure of the survey process they created was to go to the individuals themselves who are impacted by our services and program design and our policies and principles around those and get their views. Well, the question was whether they could reach out directly to the people they know are receiving services or whether they had to get guardian consent. And there was a fairly big disagreement about whether they had to get guardian consent. Our office got involved because we said, of course not. Any individual should be allowed to express their own ideas, their own opinions. They should be able to answer questions as they deem fit. They don't need a guardian's permission to say, this is what is meaningful in life. This is the kind of work that I like to do or not do. Nor should the system, in order for that person to express themselves, insist that they get permission from a guardian and shift that level of autonomy from the individual to the guardian. In a world where we're talking about person-centeredness, that's particularly ironic. And yet it took a number of discussions and emails and letters back and forth in order to get the system to go back to the basic principles that it was trying to delve into in the whole surveying process. It's just another example where we sometimes misequate guardianship and the protective service that we intend people to get access to through that program with fundamental rights and autonomy.